Okay. Oh, wait. That. Nip about. Of course. Hey Zed, how you doing? Um. H. Close. 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 Close that. Close that. That. Oh yeah, I still need to do that. Okay, I will do that this weekend. I should have a little bit of free time. That's actually an accident. For some reason, VTube Studio detects your scroll even when you're not focused on that window. So when I'm scrolling down for any reason, it will shrink me into a teeny tiny little invisible blob. And then I need to scroll back into place. Um okay, so ba, ba, ba. Major 3. By the way, I did find that story if you're still interested. But yeah. Oh, I think it was Salman who asked about it, but he asked where he could find like an example of a well-written AI assisted story. And I believe on Spacebattles it is called no, one second, let me pull it up again. Right. Unfortunately, yeah, it's called A Practical Guide to Minding Your Own Business and Failing. Thing is, only the first chapter is available on Spacebattles or Sufficient Velocity. The other one is only available on a site that I can't like comment on here. So, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see. Time. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Clean up my tabs. Okay, let me see. That's bumped there. I can try and raise the gain slightly. Is that good? Um. Not artist. Oh, I think that might be getting cut off on my end, not on your end, because I'm going too high. Hold on, let me see. Nope, that's not it. What about that? Nope, that's still too loud. Okay, what about this? Does this sound... Does this... Good lords. Okay, hold on. Give me a second so that I can adjust some stuff. Actually, here... nope. That is still too much. Properties... Gain... Knock that back to here. Okay. Zed, does this sound better? Okay, does this sound better? Okay, yeah. No, the issue was on my end. I hadn't realized it, but I shifted my mic to, like, the apparently perfect position where it is, like, I don't need any gain or anything. Yeah. So, I can... Yep, that's still a bit too high. Let me knock my gain down even further. Okay, what about this? But yeah, apparently there is one particular place in my around my head that is the perfect position for my mic, and I don't need any gain, and I need like very little software gain as well, and my mic just picks up my voice perfectly, which is really nice. Okay. Come. Now this is going to be a fairly tricky working, mainly on account of... Oh hey, you're on Twitch this time. Thanks for dropping by there. I hope that you're finding it enjoyable. And do tell me if you ever encounter any ads. You shouldn't. But if you are, please do let me know. Okay then. The advanced magical. Okay, so it might be that because I'm not directly looking at the thing. Oh, give me a second. Filter. I'm gonna raise the gain back up to about here. Okay, so this should be about right. This is when I'm not like directly looking at the mic and I'm looking at the screen instead. Land of Arcane Secrets. Yep. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, if I talk into the thing, it should stutter. So if I turn like that, it should stutter. Or well, if I do something like this, it should also be kind of weird. Oh wait, no, hold on. Yep, there we go. Might be a weird thing with how it's being sent over the internet. Like if there's a weird compression thing, and that's after it gets sent. Like the caption stuff is being sent differently. Okay, so. Hey, Alan. 48, Hundo, 29. I am optimizing my rolling process. Okay. Good lords. Yep. This is Kami's thing. Okay, hold on. You check. What did I set for the? Oh wait, no, like way early. This is going to be significantly more powerful. We're setting the difficulty at 100 and... The 1800? Yeah, that seems reasonable. And... To pair with the light first, yeah. You want, so you feel the need to further expand on Takamiya's say combat capabilities. She is a key asset when it comes to directly engaging enemy and expanding on her powers is only logical given the threat looming upon the horizon. Progress. Zero to zero. Just as a callback. I was gonna do 5, but just to make it link up with the other one, I'm gonna make it do 6. Also, that adds a certain level of decision making for you guys. Whether you just want to finish up in a minor thing, whether you want to let her go out with an incomplete piece of work. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Oh, the progress endpoint. But I'm reading through this whole thing, and this is more complex than I was originally than I recalled. Because remember last time we were talking about it, it was about like stamina related stuff. Okay. This was cloud armor along an avian theme. And I did not include Kumoki. Give me a second to find Kumoki's stats. 1 second. Kumoki. Kumoki needs a trait. Creating lying artist. Kumoki has proven quite capable when it comes to creating airborne artifacts, and has recently completed a creation that does not require achieves flight even say through pure abstract expression. The effect isn't particularly potent, but it is a true display of in that aspect. Okay, so let me roll an extra 6 dice and update some of this stuff because this is not in line with what I was expecting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5, 6. Save that. Okay. Do that again. Get a. So that is. Yeah, that's winged wood. This is Komoki's trait. Yep. Komoki is in there. I made sure to update his character sheet in the thing and give him this. Okay, and I will need to do a progress thing. 1 second. I will need to sort that. Part of that is going to be for am I doing 6 or am I doing 12? I think I'm still doing 6, but some of these might end up being relegated to boosts if you do well. If you roll well. Because some of this stuff. So, like, for example, we have replaces damaged cloud armor parts, absorbing clouds. This stuff is also pretty tricky. This is less tricky. This is more tricky. And this is very tricky indeed. So, Alan, I have an offer for you. I set the cap to 6 progress, but some of these traits, things like, oh, you can dump power from it to power up the spear, and the self-healing require you to go past 6 progress, as in invest enough to push past 6 progress. Or you guarantee that and everything else, but progress goes up to 12. What are your thoughts in the situation? Because this is a lot of stuff to shove into one thing. Even with Kumoki's help. So the cap in this case is what do you call it? Is at what point the item will be complete, and you will no longer receive an issue if you don't complete it in time. Also, other stuff, there is like stuff related to Takami using it if it's incomplete that can also come in play, right? So you have the option of capping it at 6. That means you need to invest heavily when, say, next turn or whenever you try and finish it in order to get it done. Or it's 12, but you're sure you're going to get all of the features. But if you set it to 12, it won't be complete until you finish 12 progress. I assume you mean 12 then. 11 was not... yeah. Yes. Okay, cool. Particular. You hope to be able to... Yep, it will be pretty powerful when completed. In particular, you hope to be able to create something that will allow her to further capitalize on her aerial advantage over the foreigners. That at least appears to be a source of Yep, in this case, assuming you overflow the progress or succeed by a significant amount on the last roll, then yep. So like the Titanic success, nice success is almost guaranteed. Say Titanic success is almost guaranteed to give you something good. Most likely something to do with clouds. Or maybe a mentorship role. I might give you a vote option there. Say facet magic where the foreigners do not have a particular, they have a significant degree of skill. Aside from the one flying carpet, you have yet to see the say the enemy mages take to the skies, and even that pales in comparison to your wide capability. In order to do so, you end up hunting down. The young man has continued to further his craft as you uh, well, as the war wore on. It seems as though he has continued to specialize along this path. Uh, mm, seems as though he has continued to specialize along this path, continuing to study what exactly flight rep. can say, uh, how exactly to represent flight. Going so far to pare away at any artistic abstract shortcuts. Seeking to so it's seeking to represent flight solely by say through some innate sense. The fact that he has succeeded does terrify you a little. Um, the small little painted uh oblong mass he shows you is strange, but at the same time seems at home in the skies and absolutely nowhere else. When you pose the problem, um, 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 mm, mm, when he posed the problem to him, he is quite excited. The armor you are proposing is particularly potent artifact, seeking to give Kami the means of extending and expanding her wind-based magics in a way. Say in a similar manner to. Expanding her wind-based magics in a manner similar to the raptor's wings that she still wears to this day. A mantle of clouds is the cloud armor that you create seeks to leverage that existing skill to perhaps grant her a more direct connection to the weather, which you believe would be an you believe be which you would grant her great deal of additional flexibility and further synergize well with the lightning spear. You start drafting your design with Moki there to give you whether concepts may not be directly related, but and should things truly become truly start to decline, you hope that it will Uh, and we hope that will grant her the standing to combat the enemy, rather prevent another catastrophe. Now that the source of the storm is far harder to reach. Um, uh, but but flight is intended one of the core, the air, one of the areas, the storm, like this outfit is intended to uh, mm, uh, 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 to enable her. You also just consider how the entire thing is going to work with the raptor's wings. That piece, one that Takami does not like being separated from. Place, and you are not certain that this creation will be able to replicate what her effect it is that she finds so enjoyable. What comes together reminds you more of the earth clouds. Perhaps there is a couple of things that I'm thinking about to do with that. But in wispy clouds that sometimes form near the borders of the capital waste with strands magical material. Carefully. Formed to create a dense white bowl that you can layer into padding into what roughly resembles a padded. Did I spell that right? I did. Add to dictionary. The design starts to come together. You decide to break the idea. After she does need the time to unwind from her own duties. And Madame Kohaku's spread this evening is quite what did you want? lay out the rough sketches that you and Moki have completed. So, we have I've been looking maybe building on my work with the you see, so here the sharp inflation and the way that the fabric suddenly sits much closer to her skin. Not not replacing. Right? Of course not. She's not. She nodded. I mean, it didn't feel like. The strange sense of attachment was hard to. It was difficult. It was easy enough to parse through the link, even if you still couldn't make proper sense. Perhaps even she didn't. Mostly to expand the features and give you Yep, she still wears it. Remember from her interlude. On a certain level, Takami considers the raptor's wings as part of herself. So, yeah. Give you more physical protection should you need it. You explain the various new functions that your I'm pausing a couple of times to answer. We want it to work together with your sphere in order to give you leverage to start working on magic in the same way that the wings help help to progress. You can almost the thought process working away in her mind. Well, see how that will hold and possibly once sorry. Your fan well, if you like to sweeten the pot, there is the ongoing theory that you can use that you can but wouldn't it be better see if someone else might speak to that stuff a bit better? A few of my members are starting to get pretty good the wind magic side of things. Well, I think you would want to miss out on trying to see if you could replicate the speed boost your spear gets. You can't help but laugh as at the look on her face. But next time you're working on this, I want to be there to help. Then we'll see more about this. Pleasure. Broadening horizons. And that is all for today. Thanks for dropping by, and I hope you enjoyed the update.